If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in advanced level where we are solving previous year IIT JEE questions on ellipse. So today we will be solving 3 questions, question number 2, 3 and 4. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Now if you come to question number 2, find the equation of the largest circle with the center 1 0, center is 1 0, that can be inscribed in the ellipse. One ellipse is given that can be inscribed. What is the location of the ellipse? This is 4 0 and this is 0 2. So you take this one as a center 1 0 and you have to draw a circle which is the maximum. So from the geometry, if you can feel it, if you are drawing a circle, it start from a small value and keep on increasing, and finally it will touch at only at one point, at symmetrically at one point above and 1 point below. So, but in both the points your x coordinate will be same. But you don't know, it should be, it can be 1 at 1, whether it will touch at 1, this is not fixed. This is suppose h comma question mark, h comma question mark, because you don't know. Suppose this is my ellipse, this is 1 0, so if it is touching, it can touch here also. The maximum point, if it touches here also, then also you will stop it. You don't know where it will touch. It can touch at 1, it is not sure that it will touch at 1 0. If you take 1, because it is not symmetrical, the ellipse is not symmetrical, this side is curving more. Circle is symmetrical in the sense, but ellipse is not. So you are not sure whether it will be 1 or not. So but you are that much sure that your x coordinate should be same, because it will be symmetrical. If it touch it here, then it should touch here also. Symmetrically, y value will be plus minus. So your x coordinate should have only one value. So if you solve these two equations, you should have gotten one value of x. That's why I am replacing y in this equation, not replacing x. I am replacing y because I found the value of, I know the x will give me only one value. I don't know what will be the value. You can feel that it will be 1, but it is not sure that it will be 1. It can touch here also. Slightly 1 point, slightly here and there it can go. You are not sure. But you are sure that if it touch at this point, symmetrically it will touch at this point. So both these point x coordinate will be same. So x coordinate should give me only one value. So if you replace, this is the quantity you are getting in terms of x. Because this should have only one root, so its d should be equal to 0. So its d means b square minus 4ac should be 0. You can find r is equal to this. So the equation of the circle is, once you know this, because center you know, radius you know, so you can find the equation of the circle. Now if you come to question number 3, let ABC is an equilateral triangle inscribed in the circle. So it is a circle ABC that is inscribed. You have to read off for the whole questions because you have to, lots of orientations is required. To the major axis of the ellipse, suppose the perpendiculars of ABC, perpendiculars from ABC are drawn to the major axis of ellipse. So you can draw perpendicular here, you can draw here, you can draw here. Let A is greater than B, that's why the ellipse is look like this. The major axis of this meet the ellipse respectively at P, Q, R. So okay, the perpendicular from A will meet at P, perpendicular of B from B would meet at Q, perpendicular of C would meet at R. It can meet here also, but they have given so that PQR lies on the same side of the major axis of ABC. If A is in this side major axis, so P should be also this side, because P can touch the ellipse here also. This perpendicular can touch here also, so P can be here also. But they have specified P and A, B and Q, C and R should be on the same side of the major axis. So that's why these are PQR. Prove that the normals to the ellipse drawn at the point P, Q and R, they are concurrent. They should go to same point. You have to draw perpendicular normals to these points P, Q, R. So you can find the coordinates, because once you know, because it is symmetrically, you can see ABC, they are equilateral triangles. So these points, this point, this point. So they will be placed, because it is a circle. If you are placing an equilateral triangle, that means these points, if this is A, this is B, this is C, these angles will be 120, 120, 120, because these are 30, 30. So this should be 120. Why it is 30? Because it is 60, and from symmetry you can see these and these are equal because radius, so it should be 30, 30. You can see. So if you take this point as alpha, so this point will automatically become alpha plus 120. Alpha means parametric form. It will be then A cos alpha, B sin alpha, and it is alpha minus 120. You can see. So if I take the position of point A, so it will be A is, because it is in the circle, so it is A cos alpha, A sin alpha, but corresponding point P is A cos alpha, B sin alpha. Now you have to draw the perpendicular normal to this point. Now you can write the equation of normal at any time. Here I have used the direct formula. You can skip the formula. I told you, you remember it in this way. You remember the tangent formula. This was the tangent formula. So what is your point? A cos theta, B sin theta. So if you put it, it is A cos theta, so it will be X cos theta by A, and it was Y B sin theta by B square, so B will be gone. So if you want to write an equation which is perpendicular to this, how you will write? Perpendicular line to this, because it is not tangent, you need normal. You exchange the coefficient of sine and cos. I told you in case of straight line, so I have exchanged the coefficient of sine and cos, and then I will change the sign. Suppose I have changed this sign. Now what should be this? This is the normal. This should pass through what point? A cos theta, B sin theta, because it is the normal at that point. So you put A cos theta, B sin theta, it should satisfy. So if you put it there, what will be there? If you put A cos theta, it will be A by B cos theta sin theta, and if you put it Y here, B sin theta, then it is B by A. Put it there, it will be A by B sin theta cos theta, and if you put it is B by A cos theta sin theta. So this coefficient will be something of this portion. If you put it, it should satisfy. That's from where this coefficient will come. So if you take sin theta cos theta common, then it is AB A square minus B square. You can make it 2 alpha 2 theta, so it will be A square minus B square by 2 AB. If I give 1 2, so it will be sin 2 theta. So you can put it there. So your final expression will look like X sin theta by B minus Y cos theta by A is equal to A square minus B square by 2A sin 2 theta, 2AB. Now if you take LCM, AB will got cancelled, so it will be AX cos sin theta minus BY cos theta is equal to A square minus B square by 2 sin 2 theta. If your angle is theta. So you can remember this formula. This was the formula for normal, or you can anytime in the exam you can find the equation of normal by using this. If you remember, then it will save some time. That is the benefit. So here I have directly written, then I have changed the sign cos. Finally you got this expression. You see, this is the expression. If you take begin thing side, you will get the expression. This is the equation of the normal for alpha. Now if the point is, this is for a point A, I told you. So point B, your alpha will be alpha plus 120. So what will be the normal at point Q? You just change, in place of alpha it is alpha plus 120. So this is for normal at Q. This is normal at R. So now for all these three should be concurrent. What was the condition of the concurrent? All the coefficients, 3 lines should be concurrent conditions. The coefficients A1, A2, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3 determinant should be 0. So the coefficient is A sin alpha, B cos alpha, A square minus B square sin 2 alpha. All these coefficients I put it there. Now you can take from here, you can say A you can take from this column, B minus B you can take common, minus A square by B square you can take common. So final expression will be sin alpha cos alpha, this one expression will come. Now those who have done little bit determinant, they can do it. You can add this to row transformation can be done in determinant. Those who are not yet done, so they just bear with me. So R2 will be replaced by R2 plus R3, which is equal to, if you add these two, you will get something of this fashion. So your row 2, this type of determinant you will get. So this row and this row will become identical, because if you take minus common, then these two are identical, that means 0. So if it is 0, that means they are concurrent. Now if you come to question number 4, let C1, C2 are the circles with C2 lying inside the C1. C2 is lying inside the C1. So C2 is inside, C1 is outside. A circle C lying inside C1. So C is another circle which is lying inside C1. Touches C1 internally. C touches C1 internally and C2 externally. So there may be other circles. This circle also, C, which touches C1 internally but C2 externally. It should be outside C2 but inside C1. Touch it inside C1. What's the locus of C1? Now for touching internal external, we have already done in circle so many theories. So what will be C1 C2? C1 in C2, this distance should be equal to R1 plus R2. Suppose this is R, this is R2, and the bigger one is R1. Because it is touching externally, so the distance should be R plus R2, you can see. And C1, and this is C1. C1, what will be this one? Total is R1 minus R. R1 minus R. Now if you add these two, you will find a peculiar thing. So it will be R2 plus R1. RR will get cancelled. So this is fixed. And you see C2 plus C1. That means the distance from C1, distance from C2. This plus this. Sum of these two distance is always fixed. So what was the locus of this point? Suppose you have a fixed 2 points. Remember first class, the experiment, you have 2 points, you have other point which is moving from these two fixed point. But the sum of these two is always same. What was this? It was ellipse. In the first experiment I told you that the length of the thread is the sum of the focal distance. That experiment. So obviously this will represent a locus. I have explained here the distance from C, from the two fixed points C1 and C2 is always same, which is equal to R1 plus R2. So obviously it will be a ellipse, and because this distance you know, sum of these two is R1 plus R2, that means its major axis is R1 plus R2, that also you know. So locus of this C will be the ellipse with these two focus, C1, C2, these two fixed point will be the focus, and its major axis will be R1 plus R2, will be the length of the major axis. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.